I've always enjoyed looking at plants in springtime to see how they grow and help me understand their needs going forward. This mess in front of me is a wonderful hardy banana. It's called Musa Basjoo. Now, not much would jump out at you, but this is telling me a lot. The original plant was put right there about 4 years ago. And this is a hardy banana. It goes outside year-round, is left in the ground. Some people cover it, some don't. In recent years, I have not covered it in the winter with leaves. And that wall is part of a basement. So there's heat coming from the basement through that wall to this area. And just look how the whole plant has migrated from where it was put to where it's warmer. So the plant is indicating that those are the conditions that it wants, and it'll come through the winter. And if we look carefully, we can see we've started to get some shoots. That's got bumped at some point, but there's a little shoot. Here we have another shoot that's starting to come up. And there again. Now this is pretty typical. The initial growth sometimes get damaged. It might get a bit of late frost on it. But for the whole plant to move from here that way 2 feet, it's quite magical, I think. These are the shoots from previous years. These will not come back. This is done, as is that one right there. But the plant's going to put out shoots in that area, and I think what I'll do is dig up a shoot, move it back over here, maybe 2 of them, and replant this area so that they're not just in that one spot. We did have a particularly cold winter, so this is evident of how stable conditions help plants grow, and that's exactly what we've got there. Let me share with you something else. This is one of my favorite activities in springtime. And what we have here is the beautiful Regerzia. I've done videos on this in the past. We've got a little stem right there, little leaf. But this is the mother plant, so this is already starting to spread. It's sprouting out. It's been in there year-round, all winter. And I don't know, I'm drawn to Regerzia. They're so graceful and so special. Now, if we come further back, here's another Regerzia with just a tiny little shoot. The reason I make this point is that if you've got some enthusiastic and yet heavy-footed contractors and they come and spread mulch in your yard and your Regerzias are just coming above ground, they're going to get damaged. They're absolutely going to get damaged. These little leaves are so tender, highly camouflaged. It would be unrealistic to expect your contractors to tiptoe through the border and not damage these. So you either do it much sooner if you have to put mulch down, or you do it much later when you can see where the plants are. But this is how plants get damaged. Not deliberate, just clumsy, heavy-handed care and attention. Now this area here is where I put in a number of small white-flowered echinacea. I did a video on these. I've been relocated. And before I dug them up and moved them, I spread the seeds around, hoping I might get a flush. And it's a little early for them all to have come up. But if you look over here, this is absolutely a seedling of echinacea. And I did nothing. I just let it grow, and here it is. So I'll leave that there for the summer and monitor it. But this area here is going to become a nursery. If I've got spare seeds, I'm going to throw them down. I'll come through here and I'll pick out the weeds as they come. But it's got a little bit of dapple shade with the tree above, really good soil, and I have high expectations that I can put things in here and use it as a nursery ground. So there's the example of that plant there. I've been enamored with Adiantum for a long time. I've not had much success with them until this year. And just like the Regerzia, this is a little gentle, fragile plant. And you can just start to see There we go. Look at this. Tiny, tiny leaves are going to be opening up over the next few weeks. I put in 2 of these. They're in 2 separate places, hoping that one of them would really take. I wish I'd bought 20, because this is going to give me a beautiful foliage carpet about this high with beautiful architectural foliage. So here we are in late April, and this is the growth that we're getting. And if you didn't know that plant was there, there is no way that you'd know to be careful. That's why I put these sticks in. When I find them, I'm very careful to not put my heavy boot on top of them. So very, very happy about that. This is the beautiful Epimedium sandy claws. And the reason I like it is that it's got these spiky leaves, very tough and resilient. These are the ones that have come through the winter. And these are the new leaves, fresh for this year, wearing their burgundy pajamas. Beautiful plant. You see how it's nice and low, very slow to spread. Weeds don't stand a chance. It'll just smother them. And I've got it planted next to a bluestone flag so that you get the silhouette of the unusual shaped foliage being very evident. But new growth. It's soft, very, very tactile, and you get a little flush of flowers. So that is something that I'm delighted with. And then over here, this is a beautiful grass. This is the Chasmanthium, 2.5 feet high, and I've got a few splits from previous years, and I consolidated a few of these. So this will be a nice big stand. It's hard later in the summer to imagine that you have to have this in place before you can get the summer display. This is 3 or 4 inches high, and it'll grow beautiful, swaying, and I can't wait for this year's display to be something rather special. And here we have the remarkable Clematis. Look at this. It's put out lots of fantastic growth. This is Rigucci. It dies down to nothing, and every year it comes back. Very, very reliable. Now next on the Observe New Plant Growth, we've got the ribbon plant. This is tender. It will not go through the winter in my area. And I have to say, it looks rather ugly. However, all of this is new growth from this brown stem coming all the way out on the green stem. And it starts off round, and then they all go flat like a ribbon. This is going to be a beautiful architectural showpiece, I promise you. Let's just remove that because we don't need it. But yet again, as I just said earlier about the growth that you want in the summer, you have to have the growth in the springtime to provide it. So getting out there now into the garden and looking at plant growth, it's amazing what you find. Here we have the Disporum starting to grow. This got divided earlier in the year. I did a video on it. I was going to plant it out into a large mass planting, and here it is. It goes the other side of this trunk, all the way across the back, all the way through here. I've got some smaller ones. So I'm hoping that things like this are what we want. You see, you've got multiple little shoots, so it will become much more dense. Ah, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So that's it. If you don't go out into the garden looking at plants, you really should. It's amazing what you'll find. Good luck. Bye for now.